Listen very closely, because today I'm going to show you how to make my famous bottom of the bowl potato soup. That's right. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to get about 6 potatoes. That's what I use, 6 potatoes peeled and chopped into fine cubes. You want to put them in at least 6 cups of water. Let your water boil, drop your potatoes in there. Then once they're done, I usually let them boil for 30 minutes. 30 minutes is a good number. So once you're done, drain your potatoes out, and your potatoes are gonna look like this. So we're gonna pour them in a bowl, just like this. As you can see, they're all in there. And then what you want to do is you want to add your milk. It's almost as if you're making mashed potatoes, except they're going to be put in a pot and simmered with your other seasonings as well as some onions. I always put onions in my potato soup because it's absolutely phenomenal. And we're just going to add our 3 cups of milk in here. There we go. There's 3 cups right there. And then we're going to use our heavy cream. And for the heavy cream, we could do about a cup of heavy cream because you're making the soup, you know. So I just want to do like 1 cup, which is right here. That's 1 cup. So we're going to put that right there. Put that in there. And then we're going to add our onions. And everybody's like, onions? Ew. No, onions, you don't taste them. You really don't. So just throw them in there like that. It's a handful of onions. And remember what I said last time. If you want to avoid crying when cutting an onion, make sure that you do not cut that eye. Alright, so we have our ingredients inside here. Now we're going to take our mixer. You can use a KitchenAid mixer if you are that technical and fabulous, you know. Or you can just use a regular hand mixer and mix them together till it gets clumpy, but you don't want it totally smooth because that's going to happen when it goes into the crock pot. So we're going to go ahead and put our mixer on. And yes, this does get messy. So we are going to put on our apron because it does get messy and we do not want to ruin this jersey. So get that all done there. Alright, there we go. Okay. Then we're going to mix this together. It does work better. I used to put it in a blender. Blender kind of worked a little bit, but I have a lot in here, so it's going to take a while. So we're just going to mix it. Mix those mashed potatoes. This way, make sure it's all mashed up. Oh man, it already smells good. And with the heavy whipping cream, it's gonna whip. So now that you have it whipped up, it's going to look like this. It's going to look just like that. And what we're going to do is, for now, we have our 1 pound, 4 cups of mild cheddar cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want. I prefer mild cheddar. We're going to open this up and we're just going to grab a handful. My hands are clean, remember. So we're going to grab a handful here and just drop it in like this. A handful, you're just going to spread it out. And you'll see, as you can see in the bowl, I'm going to spread it out. I'll do another handful here. And what's great about with the pressure cooker is that you can always add more cheese, which I do. So this is pretty much a little bit of a good amount that we're going to put in there. And we're going to put it on our low setting. We're going to mix it. And just mix that in. You can also do this with mashed potatoes if you want to do that too, you can. But this is the soup, so just puts that all in there. So we got it all mixed up, and now I know what you're thinking. You're like, what about the seasoning, salt and pepper? Well, we're gonna add that once we put it in the crock pot. When you have a crock pot or a pressure cooker, I use a pressure cooker, kind of like the Instapot, but a generic version it does the same exact thing. So we're gonna use this bowl. This is our pan we're gonna use for the crock pot or pressure cooker, whatever you want to call it. And we're gonna sit down here. We're just gonna pour this right in there, and you'll see how it comes out a little lumpy. That's okay. That's what you kind of want. You want it to be a little lumpy like that. You want it to come out just like that. Yep, we want to make sure we get everything out of there, so we'll grab our spoon, and we'll just start scraping the bowl. Just like this. I'll do this side, here we go. Get it all out of there. Time consuming, cutting the potatoes. Family loves it. Coworkers, they loved it. So we got that going on here. Alright, that's just about done. Move over here. Alright, so that's what it kind of looks like here. Now, what we are going to do is just add a little bit of heavy cream again. Just to give it a little creamier here. There we go. So that's it right. That's it right there. That's it. So we're gonna add some more cheese to it. Just a handful. Like this. And the reason that I called it the bottom of the bowl of potato soup is because once you get to the bottom, you'll want more. So more cheese. There we go. Okay. So that's done. That's all done with the cheese. And we're gonna we'll do the salt and pepper. Got the salt and the pepper. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of salt in here. And pepper. And then we'll take our spoon and mix it around. There we go. Look at that. And then you'll set it about 2 hours. Let it simmer for 2 hours, and that's it. That's Elliot's bottom of the bowl potato soup. If you want more videos like this, like and subscribe, and don't forget to follow us.